But no, Skip. No. You can't do that. You can't say, well, Steve Berline gives us a better chance to win because Troy's been out up in Chicago, and then says, okay, once Chicago's passed, let's go back to Aikman. But
they didn't. They went to Detroit for a second playoff game, one step short of the NFC Championship, and they went with Steve Berline.
Point. So in other words, if I'm hearing you correctly, I need to get you on record. You believe Cooper Rush should continue to start until he falters.
Sure. I mean, it's not just hot hand. The offense just looks better to me than it has with Dak over the last 12 starts in which he's 6-6. And to quote you, quoting me to start this show, over the last 36 times that Dak Prescott has started a football game for my Dallas Cowboys, he's 18-18. That dates back to the first 3 games of 2019 when he threw parties. It was fireworks display against what the Hall of Famer told me were 3 bad opponents. Remember?
Yeah,
it was
they were
the Giants, the
Miami and
Washington, and Miami was the last one. And all of a sudden, remember what Jerry said after game number 1? We are imminent getting the Dak deal done. Imminent. Well, that indicated to me that they had sort of a verbal, I don't think you call it a handshake, but a verbal agreement on the money, right?
Yeah.
They had some other T's to cross, I's to dot, but they were almost home, and all of a sudden Dak took off. Dak got hot, and he and his new agent said, Jerry, April Fools, we're starting this thing over because we deserve more than it's been pushed to the middle of the table right now, right?
Yeah,
okay. From that moment on, after that 3-0 start, Dak is 18-18 as the starter for my Dallas Cowboys.
Have you made the playoffs in that time?
How can I defend that? Yep, one time.
Okay, but here, this is what I know with Cooper Rush. The Cowboys are 26th in passing and 27th on third down.
Okay. Cooper Rush is 5th in the league in QBR. What do you think of that? 5th in the league in QBR. Cooper Rush, here are my questions for you. And again, I'm not in the Hall of Fame. I have no idea what I'm talking about. You are in the Hall of Fame as a tight end catching passes from really great quarterbacks such as John Elway.
Okay.
Not so much in Baltimore, but John Elway. Okay. And yet I ask you these questions and you don't have good answers for them. What is not to like about Cooper Rush? Where are his weaknesses? Where are his foibles? Where are the parts of his game, his repertoire, that will allow him to be exposed?
He is limited to what you can do. If you're going to tell me you're going to continue to give up 10 points a game, or you're going to tell me that's what you're going to do, you're going to continue to take the ball away while you don't give it away, well, keep Cooper Rush in there. But you and I both know your defense is not going to continue over the next 12 games to just give up 12 or fewer points and take the ball away like they have the last 2 games.
Okay, I ask you these questions. Is Cooper Rush accurate with his passes?
Yeah, Skip. Most quarterbacks, when you're not getting pressure, he got very fortunate.
He has not been protected all that well.
Skip,
he has not.
Skip, he got very lucky. He put the ball on the turf, and they recovered it twice on Sunday, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if the first one was lucky because his guy, the rookie, fell on it after the rookie gave up the sack to Aaron Donald. Okay, so he got a good bounce there.
Right.
Okay, I'll give you that. But has he turned the ball over one time in the last 4 games? No, he has not.
No.
Okay.
So you believe he's going to continue that? So the next 12 games, he will have 0 turnovers.
Well, I can't say that because nobody's ever done that before.
Exactly.
Okay?
That's my point.
All right. Does he have adequate velocity? When he needs to throw it with some mustard on it, can he dredge it up and throw it with some? Yes, he can. Unless you tell me otherwise, I don't know. Does he stay fearlessly poised in the pocket? What did Will McClay say the other day to Jarrett Bell? The reason they love him is because of his calmness. He has a calming effect on everybody around him. Did they trust his calmness?
Skip, yes, I can be calm when I know I don't have to score 28 points. I know I don't have to put up these huge numbers because my defense is playing lights out. It's easy to remain relatively calm. Just imagine if Patrick Mahomes had that defense, how many yards would he throw for? How many points would they score? Well, they don't have that defense. So, yes, he can say, you know what? I don't really need to get but to 17 because I know my defense is only going to give up 10.
Does Cooper Rush insist on throwing the football the way Dak does? Wait a second. Do you realize, do you comprehend, do you compute in your deepest psyche how many times Dak goes to the line of scrimmage and checks off a run to a pass play? Have you seen Cooper Rush? And I watch very closely. Have you ever seen Cooper Rush check out of a run to a pass?
They don't really give him the green. He doesn't have the green light like that.
Okay. but I only see him check to runs. Every time it's kill, 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 he kills to a run.
Can you imagine what it
every
would do?
time?
Imagine what it would do to his psyche and the team's psyche if he checked out of a run to a pass play and threw a pick. See, the thing is, he doesn't have the luxury. Right. He doesn't have the green light like a Dak Prescott or these other quarterbacks to check.
Maybe he just has the presence of mind.
Man,
maybe he just knows how to play the game of football.
Guess what? We'll see after this season how many teams line up to get Cooper Rush.
We will see. Has he been clutch? Would you say he's been clutch? When asked to be clutch, when push comes to shove and you have to be clutch, is he clutch?
Yeah.
Okay, so Jerry Jones just spoke out and said, do we need that extra spurt to make the game-winning play at quarterback? Did Jerry watch? Is it too far in the distant past to remember what happened against Cincinnati?
Yeah, Jerry keeps saying, I don't believe my defense is going to keep holding people to 10 points. Okay. I don't believe we're going to keep getting scooping scores and turn the ball over, take away
Help me out. Game. My memory gets foggy. What happened in the last 1 minute against Cincinnati, the defending AFC champs who almost won the Super Bowl last year? What happened in game number 2, the first start this year for Cooper Rush? What happened in the last minute? It was almost like Tom Brady in his first Super Bowl against the St. Louis Rams. You say, oh, shut it down, don't worry about it, play for overtime. And instead, Cooper Rush goes, big completion, 10 yards, big completion, 8 yards, big completion, 12 yards, and all of a sudden, they got a walk-off field goal.
What you've told me since the inception of the show, that it's easier to make plays, be it football or basketball, when the game is tied. Because you know if you miss the shot, you're going to overtime. You know if you miss the throw, you're going to overtime. So why isn't that applicable to Cooper Rush?
Well, all I know is every time he's been asked to be clutch, he comes up supremely clutch. The harder you look at Cooper Rush, the less you seem to like him, and I'm the other way around.
But I'm asking you, when is Cooper Rush asked to be clutch when he was down? When he was down a touchdown and late in the ball game. Now I'm not talking Skip. See,
how about at New York? You poo-pooed the Giants.
Skip, that was the second quarter.
Okay, no, it was the third quarter.
Oh, what, really, Skip?
No, it was the middle third quarter. What happened? Saquon broke loose, and you're up there in your big palatial estate dancing.
So,
we got this. We got this. It was 13-6 Giants because Saquon busted one for 26 yards.
I need what I need what you're talking about in Cincinnati with the last minute of the game.
Yeah.
I need them to be down like that in the fourth quarter, the last minute of the game.
How about the last minute? How about the last 51 seconds at Minnesota in his very first start as a National Football League quarterback? It's hard in your first start. Usually you just go haywire.
That was probably his most impressive victory because they were behind. Again, now, are you telling me your defense is going to continue to shut down everybody and hold them to around 13 points a game?
Okay, I told you going in. I first guessed this. My team will go as far as Micah and the Marauders carry my team. Clearly, they are carrying the team, but there are two sides to this coin, and the other side is more valuable than the defensive side because the game is geared for offense. The games are won in the end by the starting quarterback.
But when your defense is holding the opposing starting quarterback to 10, 12, 13 points, now all you have to do is we don't turn it over. If somehow we can manage to get to 17, we can win this game because we know the defense is only going to give up 13 a few.
Okay. I'm starting to call Cooper Rush the answer man because every time he gets pushed, every time they fall behind, he immediately answers Carson Wentz. He immediately answered at New York. Daniel Jones, but he answered him. He answered Saquon with 2 drives. I told you, the next 2 drives, late third quarter drives, he goes 12 of 13 combined in those 2 drives for 129 yards.
You believe if the Cowboys fall behind 17 points, they win the game? If the Cowboys fall behind the Eagles like Mahomes did on Monday night, they fall behind 17, you like Cooper Rush's chances of coming back?
You know what? We have never seen him in that circumstance, have we?
Thank you. Okay? So you've really never seen him face any adversity.
Okay, well, who's to say he couldn't face that adversity and bring you right back? I don't know. Everything he's been asked to do, he has answered. And
he's been asked to do very little. We don't put a whole lot of. He's an intern.
Really?
He's an intern. We don't ask him to do VP duties. He's an intern. Wow. Get some coffee, check the mail room, and make sure and don't touch the thermostat.
And throw clutch passes in the last minute.
And don't touch the thermostat.
Yeah. Throw clutch passes in the last minute like you're a 10-year veteran.
He's an intern.
That guy?
He's an intern. You said you love nicknames for Cooper Rush. Cooper, the intern Rush.
Really?
That's what he does. He's interning.
Interesting. Yet this is the same Cooper Rush who has made every play. If you can show me one time where he didn't make a play and everybody's writing him off, oh, he got exposed against the Rams. Well, he threw only 16 passes because that was all that was required of him, and he completed 10, but he had 2 huge drops on big third down throws, great throws with free rushers hitting him right in the mouth. 2 great throws to Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb, both of them dropped, or all of a sudden it's 12 of 16, which is pretty good. Wait a second. He was 5 of 15 on third, but it should have been 7 of 15, which is great.
Why do you keep saying that about CeeDee Lamb? Why are you surprised that he dropped it? That's all he does is drop passes.
He's dropped
They call him CeeDee Damn.
Really?
Because every time they throw the ball, damn, CeeDee, you dropped another one.
Well, there you go. So far, you're right, which is why if we really look back at what Cooper Rush has been handed, that they don't run the ball consistently at all. They've had a couple of big splashes.
They ran it well on Sunday.
Okay, they did one play. They did. If you take away the one big Saquon-like play, they didn't run the ball very well.
You said you liked the way Zeke was running the ball.
He ran hard, but the yards aren't big. He's going to get 3 or 4.
Right.
But if you take away the 56-yarder for Tony Pollard, go look at what the totals are.
But what Zeke was able to do, he's able to keep your third and manageable.
Okay,
and that's what you need instead of those third and long. You need to be 31 and 3.
Going into the year, you blasted the Cowboy receiving core because you don't like CeeDee Lamb. No. There was no Michael Gallup for a couple of games. Dalton Schultz has been a non-factor for Cooper Rush.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, you're stuck with a rookie at left tackle because there's no Tyron Smith, obviously, and new starters. We have 2 or 3 new starters at left guard,
and we have McGovern.
Yeah, okay. We have an under talented center, like a below average center, and we got a great right guard, and we have an undrafted right tackle. Well, they're not protecting Cooper Rush all that well. It's what he's doing is a whole lot with not all that much because. What did Dak do on opening night? Help me out. Help me remember what Dak on opening night did because I can't remember. Oh, that's right. He had a QBR of 19.5.
So I'm just
19.5. Here are Dak's numbers on opening night against the Buccaneers. 14 of 29. That's sub 50%. For a grand total of 134 with 0 touchdowns and 1 pick. So he turned the ball over.
Can I ask you a question?
You know what the score was? 19-3.
Can I ask you a question?
3.
I want to get you on record. So you believe Cooper Rush would have beat Tampa Bay on opening night? Cooper Rush would have beaten them.
Who knows? I would like to see it. This is what I keep telling you about Philadelphia. I just want to see what happens because I'm intrigued because there's nothing not to like. And here's the irony. In the 5-week absence of my starting quarterback, Dak Prescott, he suddenly turned into Tom Brady. I don't know how it happened, but he turned into Tom Brady, and he hasn't even thrown a football for 5 weeks.
Well, you had him Brady-esque.
You know why?
From the day he got drafted, you had him as Brady-esque.
Okay. He has been Brady. He was as a rookie, but the point is, you have told me from the start that Dak Prescott is no better than average.
I'd say he's middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack, Dak. Okay, so
your guy's a loner.
You're saying that
outsider.
Okay, so you'd say throwing him into the fire at Philly, you'd have a better chance than what we've seen for 5 times with Cooper Rush.
You definitely have a better chance of winning with Dak than you would the intern.
You know what?
Did you see that movie, The Intern?
Yes, I did. Okay. Everything you just said was incredible. Lee Wrong, to quote the great Snoop.
Yeah,
right.
It's right.
Lee Wrong. Wrong.
Okay.
Lee's crazy.
So Skip Bayless has said it. He believed Cooper Rush should start in Philly and start moving forward.
Well, I don't know about that.
Why
We're
not?
going game to game. What did you say on Monday? If he happened to go to Philly and win, what would you do?
What's not to like?
Okay.
Why would you start
what is
him
not to like?
forward?
And you have no answer for what's not.